All right, so this is the ultimate student magnet. Now it's going to be all shiny and reflective because I had it laminated, not thinking about lighting. But anyway, I'm going to go over this thing with you, and I'm also going to break down a few things that I just want to cut through it all out there. So there's this process, and it's pretty much the process. Just like, basketball, you're going to have some dribbling, you're going to have some shooting, and you're going to have some running, and there's these like basic things. Same way in just about everything, every cooking, sports, everything. And so everything that you look at out there on the internet in terms of how to do it and everything like that, it's all pretty much the same stuff too. There's these same basic components, right? So I just wanted to break those down and kind of get a little bit more clear so that there's, none of this confusion, because there's a lot of of the same thing, but it's just being told differently all over the place. And so I just wanted to give you a different version of it here myself. So, if we look at this, there is just like in a house. So if you go to, build a house, there's this foundation, right? Like you can't put up any walls unless you got a foundation, and you can't put up windows till you have walls. Can't put up a roof till you have walls to set it on. You can't, all that stuff, right? So just like in anything else in marketing and everything, there's, this raw materials layer, or there's this foundational layer. Then there's this process layer, and then there's this flow layer. Or, you could call it foundations, process, and then development, or any of the words that would indicate that there has to be a trunk before there's branches, and then there's got to be branches before there's leaves, and there's got to be leaves and all that before we get apples. You can't get an apple picked before this thing grows. And so just like in marketing, just like in business, just like in anything, there's steps that you have to do before you can do the other steps. And so just to clear it all up, there's a million different gurus, there's a million different basketball coaches, there's a million different ski coaches. They're all probably teaching about the same thing. And just like jujitsu, one person is teaching it and there's another person teaching it, and they're all pretty much teaching the basic same things. So what you got to realize is there's a basic same thing that you need to follow in order to take yourself from over here and get it to this point over here, which is I can't get students, and over here I can get students. Okay? And to do that, you're going to have to cross these major steps, right? And there just happens to be 9 of them, and I just want to go over them with you. So your asset is basically like, what are people paying you for? Your avatar is who's the person that's going to be paying you. Who's the person that has the problem that you're going to solve, and what is the biggest problem that they want solved, and who is that? Because if you don't know who that is, it's going to be really hard to find them. Just like if you were hunting or fishing, if you wanted to go fishing and catch a certain type of fish, you'd have to go where that fish is. You wouldn't find it anywhere it's not. And then once you understand these things, right? Like once you understand who you're going to be going after and the problem that they have, and then you understand the actual big major problem that they're already probably paying somebody else to try to fix, or to fix, or they're paying somebody something to try to get that thing taken care of. They're not going to just let it happen because it's critical. It's something that has to be taken care of. Then once you do that, you need to take and create a message that when you put it out there into the marketplace, people actually respond to it. And what that needs to really have is an identifier. So you need to call out who you're going to be talking to. Then from there, you want to say, hey, do you have this problem? And make sure that it's the right person with the right problem. Then you want to make sure that you're letting them know how much of whatever it is you're going to give them. Like, how much better is it going to get? How will I know that it got better? Right? How long is it going to take? So you need to have like some time and you need to have, so duration, or you call it whatever you want, metrics, people call it all kinds of different things. All it is that we need to have some sort of number strapped to this deal so I can see, am I getting 10 times the profitability or just profitability, Is it, just filtering somebody out, or am I going to get 1 out of 5 people? Or is it 5 times less stress? Is it instantly, That's we gotta answer these questions, right? Is it, how many steps formula is it? How much more profit is it? How much more confident will I be? How many days does it take? So you got to have these types of things in the message so that it has power. What sounds better? I'm going to help you lose weight, or I'm going to help you lose 15 pounds in 3 days. So it's like, it's pretty simple like that. You just think about it like that. So that's part 2 of the journey that you got to go on. You got to figure out who it is you're going to be helping and the problem they have. We got to make sure it's a critical one, and we want to focus on that. And then we need to be able to take our offer and we need to be able to describe it in such a way that it matters to somebody. That when they hear it, they go, oh, I need to know more about that. And there's just some basic elements to it. Like I said, who is it? What's the problem that they have? How much of it are they going to get? Okay, so you can just put whatever, how much, HM. All right, how long is it going to take? HL. All right, and what are you going to remove? What kind of pain are you going to remove? And what's going to happen after all that? So it's just like a basic timeline, just like a tree trunk, tree branch, leaf, apple. Start over. Okay? So once you know how to communicate your message, then this $1 million make once blueprint thing, you could just call it, I'm going to list out the steps from point A to point B. And instead of telling you about it, I'm just going to show them to you. Like I have mine plastered on the screen right here. There's my steps. And guess what I'm doing? I'm just taking you through them. Because you're trying to figure out how to get more clients, get more students, get more customers using the internet. And, this is the process. This is what you need to follow. Doesn't matter if you're selling rocks over the internet or jujitsu or airplane license coaching or fishing lessons or fishing lures. It doesn't matter. This is it. Okay? So in this part of the process here, we basically just take your steps and we lay it out in a simple fashion. Just kind of like a book. Okay? Maybe a book has like 3 big sections. And it's like the foundation. Whoops, stupid little pen thing. There's like the foundations, stupid pen thing, foundations, and then there's process, and then there's scale or delivery or, performance or whatever. And then in the book, there might be, 3 chapters per section. And in each one of those chapters, there's some subparagraphs that if you read those subparagraphs, then you would understand that section of the book. And then if you understood all the sections of the book, then you'd understand the foundation of the book. And then you'd do that in the next stage here. And then you would have yourself across this journey. And, people are over here and they don't know how to do something. And people are wanting to get to where they do know how to do something. But they don't know how to get across this gap. So if you can take them across this gap and you can show them what it takes to get across the gap, then they are going to go, that person knows how to get across the gap. They know because they just showed me a map, just like I'm showing you right now. So we're following a map right now. You got to get the raw materials, then you got to set up your machine, and then you got to get traffic and flow to the machine. And so you got to know who in the problem. You got to know how to explain your problem. You got to know how to mark out or show them with a map or a blueprint or whatever the heck you want to call it, a path where you can say, hey, I can get you from point A to point B. Here are the steps that we do them in, and here's how those steps go. Now, all of a sudden, everything that you ever talk about in your business, you will just use this here because that is the product. That is the reason they're with you. And then you just show them that in reality. So while this person over here is saying, oh, we can do so much for you, blah, 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 and they're out there, yapping and yipping into the world about it. This person just shows you, hey, here's the steps in the map. That's what you would do for your customers too. I don't care what you're selling. Okay, look at anybody, Elon Musk, any big successful company, Apple, anything. What do they do? It doesn't matter if it's a service or a product. What do? They just explain and educate you on their product, and they take you through that process. And you could just replace the word, marketing with education, because that's all you're doing. And when somebody's educated enough about what you do and they can see it, they can see a model of it. Elon Musk, he's like, we couldn't get a contract with NASA to save our butt. But as soon as we built a model and showed somebody, we got the contracts. So he said, if you want to have success and you want to win somebody over and show them why you matter to a degree they'll trade value with you, or assets, or currencies, or dollars, or furs, or whatever you want, barter, value, coins, gold, whatever it is, okay? Show them how it works. Show them what it does. Or get somebody that knows how to explain it to your people, to show it to your people. Right? So that's what you do. And then the people go, I see how that thing solves my problem. I get it. If the competition is talking and not showing, then who do you think they're going to go with? Who would you go with? You see what I mean? So you got to make a blueprint. That's why it's called the $1 million. It's priceless, really. It's a priceless blueprint. And if you make it one time, you'll now have an ability to iterate it. You can fix it. You can change it. You can make it more refined and better. Do you know when Porsche, I should show you. Do you know when Porsche first made their car? Like, they've been making the same car forever, right? So, let's see here. Old and new. Look, I don't know what the year differences are. They're quite a bit. You can tell. This is old. This is new. It only had one mirror. It only had one freaking mirror. The next year, they're like, oh, hey, Sally ran into her garage and knocked something off and scratched her car because she didn't have a mirror on that side. Maybe we should put a mirror on that side. But they could have never had the ability to put a mirror on the other side if they wouldn't have made the first thing, and they wouldn't have showed it to somebody, and they wouldn't have tried to sell it, and they wouldn't have tried to put it out there. So while you're out there and you're thinking, gosh darn it, how can I get somebody to buy this stuff? How can I get somebody to become a new student, a new client, a new whatever? Maybe, just go build a model. Listen, I sucked at this. I failed at this. I was always drawing all these pictures. You see all these tabs I got up here? I was always drawing pictures like I am now. It's kind of how I do things. I'm visual with things. Anything I do, I'm like doing that. Drawing something, using my hands. It's just how I communicate. So as soon as I started explaining to people, I didn't have to sit behind a mansion or a yacht or anything. I didn't have to put on a suit laced with diamonds and made out of eagle eye skin or whatever. I just would show people what I'm doing. And it would make sense because I'm just showing them how it actually works. Right? There's a process to everything. Make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, put this phone together, take it apart, pull this off, put it on. How else are you going to do it? Can't put it on unless you take it off. So everything has this like system. Everything is systems inside of systems. You need this system. This is the system. If you were to go learn basketball, it wouldn't matter who you went to. The guy that's talking to you might have a nicer car than that guy, but if they're good coaches, they're probably going to both teach you how to dribble and so on. I'm showing you right here. If we're talking about basketballs in reference here, that's what this thing is. People don't understand the value of what you have, so they don't understand you. And then that means you don't matter, which means they're not coming and they're not going to pay for it. Think about Apple. Think about any of these companies. What happens when they come out with a new product? Do they have like this really attractive guy just go out there or girl and be like, hey, this thing is really cool. You should check it out. You should buy one. It's really great. I got one. No. Go look at it. They break down the product. They show you what it does. They show you how it works. That's what you do. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm just showing this to you with like sketches. Okay, we can get down and dirty and go into my funnel and I can show you my ads and show you my thing. But look, this is the overview and I'll show you more, whatever you want to see. So then we go and create these funnel magnets. A funnel is just website pages. There's two kind of pages. You got two website pages. You got one kind that takes information. You got the second kind that gives information. All right, thank you. So then you can show them stuff on the telling kind, and then you can get their stuff on the getting kind, whether it's money or emails or whatever. Then once they opt in, you can send them emails, and you don't have to send them by hand or take them over by horse. You just program them into this software and tell them when to release themselves. And inside of those emails, you're going to be blown away, but you just put pictures in them, words, and links. That's it. And then when they click on stuff in there, you can send them to a page where you can either show them your information or get more of their get more of their money or information or whatever, or sign up, have them schedule with you. Okay? And these funnel magnets, what you do is you attract people by using pieces of your product. Like, Porsche doesn't do anything tricky when they're selling their stuff. What do? They just show you what is the car. They show you what it does. They show you what it's made of, how it was made, the ability of it. That's all you got to do. So if you teach jujitsu or ninjutsu or how to walk a dog or plant succulents or grow hair like I could teach, you just show them what you do. And if you're showing them on the internet and you're doing something that, you couldn't, what can you do? You can use a video, a picture. You can scribble on this thing, this Miro stuff. This is a great company, by the way. But, okay, so you take pieces of your product out. So once you lay out your product over here in this one, see why it's before this one? So once you lay this out, you just take a chunk out of it and you're like, I'm going to take the coolest looking chunk. Like Porsche doesn't show the inside of how the muffler works. That's not going to get anybody's attention. They show like the horsepower and they show it doing stuff and burning out and like going places and the shiny, cool screen inside. And man, he walked close to it and it opened up and, hand him his jacket. They take the shiniest part of their product and that's what they draw you in with. They don't tell you how much an oil change is, which you wouldn't care if you're buying a Porsche. But the point I'm trying to get at is you're not going to lead out there into the marketplace with, oh yeah, and you got to do X amount of sit-ups and hours and all this stuff. You'd show like the fun, the good, the great, the things that they really struggle with. That's all you're going to do here. So once you lay this thing out, what are the steps to defend myself, to get respect, mindset, all these things, right? Or whatever it is. Lay it out in order that it has to be done. It can't be in a reverse order. I can't get out of a headlock unless I get in one. Right? So lay it out. Use a picture like this or draw on it, or I could show you 1,000 other. Look, here's some old. I made this like 3 years ago. This thing I just made. It's visuals. It's something that you can see. Okay, so I can explain it to you. Then you do a video like this, like what I'm doing. Then when they get on the phone with you, you should use some sort of framework that stages them and then gets them set up and then gets them to reply to you in such a way where they're like, yeah, I will buy that. I will sign up. I will get that. Now that you've got your system in place and you got your machine dialed in and people can visit it and go, wow, that makes sense. You might want to start trying to get people to it. And in order to get people to it, or in order to catch fish, you got to know where they're at. You got to know what they like to eat. And you've got to know how to tie the hook on, put the bait on, and stick it out there in the water. Where do we do that? We go fishing on YouTube. We go fishing on Facebooks. We go fishing on the Googles, on the Instas. It doesn't matter where. If your message is right and your offer is good and you're solving a problem that matters and it's a critical problem, not something that's optional or whatever. It's like something that is serious to them, like regardless of recessions or anything, it's still a problem that has to be solved, right? That's the kind of problem you want to focus on. And then you can take your product, break off the shiniest little piece, do a video over it, and then put it out there on those channels and tell them, hey, just to let you know, I know that you really like the steering wheel in this, but there's a whole car. And you would say, I really know that you like to see how this all works and everything, but there's all these other 9 steps that you have to do too. You can't just do a lead magnet. People will tell you that. They're out there like, there's people selling how to do lead magnets, okay? How to create videos, how to do ads, how to do retargeting, how to do scripts, how to create a course, how to do a message, how to find your avatar. But you got to have all of these teeth in the gear or the chain will slip off. You've got to have all these working in unison or it don't work. You can't just have a heart with no veins and stuff, then it don't work. Okay, you can't. It's stupid, okay? You get it. I'm not going to insult your intelligence here. But this is it with the marketing thing. The retargeting, what you do is on your website, so you've got your pages of your website that they go through, okay? And this is an appointment page right here. You put Calendly on there. This is a video page, just like you're on. You put a video on it. This page collects an email, and then they go to this page where they can get what you said they could have if they gave you their email. And then you pixel this whole page. You make this page important and this page important, and you tell Google and Facebook, listen, if somebody comes to this page, but they don't go to this page, follow them around with an ad telling them to go to that page. It's amazing. And then you tell them, hey, so this would indicate that they became a lead, right? Because they gave you their email. This is a take page. This is a give page. This is a take page. This is a give page. Okay? The 2 kinds of websites. I'm trying to make it simple, okay? I'm just having fun with you. I could be like a raging prick right now, but I'm not. So they give you their email. They go on your email list. It's like a little bucket that holds people that you can continue to talk to that are interested in the thing that you are giving them. That's why they gave you their email. Then once they're on the email list, guess what you'll do? You'll just email them. Oh. And then when you email them, you want to say things using a framework that people figured out psychologically that works, which is this framework here, which is pretty common sense, really, if you think about it. Who is it for? Okay, I'm going to go through it again for you. Who is it for? What are the problem that you're talking about? How much of it are you going to solve? Like how long does it take? How much is it? Like, is it specific? Like, what are you talking about specifically? What struggles are you going to eliminate for me? And what will happen afterwards? And then use we have one other framework that we use where it's pretty much the same exact framework. It's just a little bit different. It's got one little change in it. And you use that same framework in every email, on every page, on every video, on every blog post, on every podcast, any time that you're speaking about your business, you follow this framework. It's real simple. Anybody can do it. I really do think anybody can follow a system. So with the retargeting, you just say, hey, if they don't make it to this page, but they made it to this page, follow an ad around with them and make them go to that page I want them to go to. It's really complicated. And then, that's it. This one gives you an appointment. And when that appointment happens, you use this little software in between here, kind of like a chain between two gears. And it just relays the message that says, hey, somebody's scheduled with this person. So go tell the emails that are telling them to schedule to stop sending them because they already scheduled. And you just tell it to do that. Right? Okay, so that's the retargeting part. The ads part, you just go to Facebook or Google and you say, I want these types of people over to my website. And they say, okay, here's how much it costs. And you go, okay. And then you can measure all that and you can see for every dollar you spent, how much money you got back. And if it's not positive, there's a problem. And because this is all systemized in 9 simple steps, it's real easy to backtrack, find the problem, fix it, and get back to work. It's kind of like if you had a hose and you was pouring water down it and it started leaking like right here. You'd be like, well, there it is. And you would tape over it, or you would plug it, or you would replace that piece of the hose so that the water could continue to flow out. Pretty hardcore stuff, huh? So that's all this is. You have a funnel. It's got a pixel on it so that you know what's happening on every page, and you can tell ads to follow people around that don't make them to certain pages. And then you've got emails to follow up with people that don't do certain things because you can tell the email thing, hey, if they don't go to this page, send this email. If they don't open this email, send this email. If they click on this email but don't go to this page, send this email. Now, I know that's complicated sounding, but it's not. You go to Facebook and Google, you buy traffic. You tell them what kind of traffic, they'll give it to you. And there's 9 steps. Who in the problem? How do you say it? What's your product look like? Break it down. Take a piece of it and create a magnet. Create a video that goes with that to explain it, to prove why your product works and show why it would help them. When they get on the phone, talk to them in a certain way that allows them to understand what you are and understand where they are, and so that you both can come to an agreement and say, my product will help you, my service will help you. And they either buy it or they don't. Then there's objection handling things we give you. Then get free traffic and use the money you made from the free traffic and use that for ad traffic, and then do retargeting ads so that when the 99% of people that don't do business with you, you can keep trying to get them to do business with you. Brilliant, right? And then because this is all mechanistic and systematic, you can measure every point. And because people have been doing it for 20 years on the internet, doing online marketing, online business, selling online, selling coaching, selling parrot training, selling motorcycle wheels and spark plugs and fishing poles and ballerina dresses and everything that you can imagine for years and years and years and years and years now, there's an average of what you should make per page, what you should make per click, and the prices go up and down just like the price of bread and gas. And so what you do is you either have somebody put this together for you, or you put it together yourself, or you do it with somebody that's showing you through the process, because frankly, once this thing is set up, you're just kind of monitoring it, just like when your car gets built and it's together and built. All you have to do is put gas in it, change the oil, maintain it, which you could hire anybody to do, or you could do it yourself depending on your level of enthusiasm. And each time I go out to go drive my car, I don't have to build the damn thing over each time, or that would suck and I wouldn't have one because I just freaking walk, because I wouldn't want to build that thing every time, just like you don't have to once you build it once. So while you could go pay an agency and they'll pull you around in all kinds of different directions, because most of them don't know what they're doing. Like I didn't know what I was doing when I started. And they'll charge a lot, and it'll cause a lot of heartache and mess. Or you can come to somebody like myself at Martial Arts Growth here, and we're kind of converting to like this make once thing to help more people, because we're hitting the point where more people are asking for help. And we just lay it out there for you. Or you can pick any of the other bazillion gurus, and I hate to call them gurus, I would call myself the same thing. But there's a bazillion basketball coaches. Go pick one that you like. Go try them, go give it a shot. Maybe they'll connect with you in a different way or whatever. Maybe not, I don't know. But that's the thing. So we can help you. You can see if we can help you. You can jump on this call. We'll go through the same process we would teach you how to use to get your own students and clients. And then we can decide if we're the ones to help you or not. So, and we've got tons of stuff to show you. I mean, I've got about anything you want to see. I've got... you want to see a bunch of maps and stuff? I'll take you through some more. Just keep hanging on. You'll see it. Let me go to this. There we go. All right. There's all my maps. Look, so I can show you how to make funnels. Okay, this is us teaching our coaching clients. Got hundreds of them. They love the process. Here's the automation stuff. Like this is what it looks like back here. Here's a VSL funnel automation. Learn that from Sam Ovens. There's like Sam Ovens. There's Aaron Fletcher, there's Frank Kern, there's Ryan Dice, there's Digital Marketer, there's Pat Flynn, pick one that you like, find somebody that you like, for God's sakes, and that can have fun with you. Here's the VSL SS automation stuff. I've bought all their courses, Brennan Burchard, I've met with all of them. They're awesome people. I like them. There's tons of them. Just Google it. They probably won't show you as much. Some of them do. Some of them are better at it, probably explaining it than what I am right now in some of their videos, you know. But I'm just showing you here, like we do this process. We've got these maps, you know, and we simplify it down, and we've been doing this for years, 15 years. Here's like the process with the ads, right? So, and I'll take you right into the messenger, but I just pulled the chunks out here, and just started showing, you know. See some of the dates. This is January 4th, so it's quite a while ago. But you know, we spent $20,000 on this campaign here, and you know, paid about we got like 1% click through rate here. Paid about $13 a lead there. There was strategy sessions. We had like 40 in that little whatever length of time this was going. I don't have it expanded. You know, I'm looking at the campaign level here, but we got 1,500 leads and. We've been doing this for a long time, right? Like we've been doing this for a little while. And so we just take you through and we show you. how it works and what it does, and there's just the process, right? Now, and this is just me showing you some stuff, how to like set the ads all up. Here's a little karate ad. There's my buddies. Okay. We show you all that stuff, how to break down the whole funnel. Okay. Here's another program we did, how that works. Okay. All doing the same thing. Here's a bunch more maps. Look at all these little drawings, right? So it's not like, here's some more stuff. Okay. I was explaining how the targeting thing worked. Okay. Hear this. Look here. How to do custom audiences, your funnel, the website. Okay. Here's the classic funnel. Landing page, get the email, video, right? Oh, look, deliver the PDF. Let's chat. Okay. This was from 2020 here. Okay. So anyhow, what I'm trying to get at is, we all kind of talk about the same things because it is. Here's how to create an email. So yeah. So look at these automations. Way more than 27, right? Way more than 27. It doesn't stop actually, but and I just do the simple stuff. Like I don't get into all that other stuff that you don't need to get into. Okay, look, pain, hook, agitate, do. Right, all the same stuff. So anyway, if you'd like to chit chat and you'd like to see if we can help you, and if you'd like really just a game plan, what I'll do is I'll just go over with you what your offer is, figure out what that is, if that's going to work. Then, we would make sure that you're qualified so that we could work with each other, answer any questions you have, make sure, see where you're at with your ads, give you a strategy. You'll leave with a strategy. You'll leave with a plan of what to do, and you'll feel really good about it, because even if you don't spend any money with us and sign up with us or whatever, you're going to leave with value. You're going to be like, man, that was worth that call. So I want you to go ahead and do that, and I'll help you with any part of the process. You can ask anybody that's ever got on the phone with me. I don't hold a lot back. There's no reason to, okay? Because for what? I could give the whole course to somebody and they'd still have questions. It's not like that. Just like anything that you do, okay? You could hand me a brand new, perfect 911 Porsche. I have the whole thing right there. The whole thing. I could dismantle it and put it back together. I couldn't build that thing. I would need help. I would need support. That's what people need, right? They need to, number one, have motivation, just like you. If you're not motivated to get students online using the internet, well then don't schedule a call. So, you know what I mean? I love you, but so you got to be motivated. You got to be focused. If you're not focused, you ain't doing business. You kidding me? Go try that. Try to build a business without being focused. So you got to have that. All right. Then you're going to need some sort of map, right? To get you from here to here. All right. To get you across that, you just follow a little map. It can be however you want it to look, whatever master coach online shows you. Okay. At the end of the day, you're still going to need a blueprint and a map to get over here. And you're going to need somebody to help you and support you along the way. And that's really the only way to get to success. Okay? So I'll help you. We'll make it a good deal. It'll be 10 times worth what you think. And we'll give you a bunch of free stuff. So go ahead, and if you want to, let's chat. Use the button on this page, schedule a call, or there's just a calendar probably. And we'll talk about it, and we'll show you how to get more students by actually doing less. Okay, 20 to 30 students per month, 20 to 50. Okay, our last client we just interviewed, Barry Crowther, great guy. He knows all this stuff too. 38 students in 21 days. Not bad. Okay, Fabio Leopoldo went from like not having a system. Now he's 12 to 15 students per week. You can do that. Anybody can do it. Anybody that applies themselves anyhow. Okay, this isn't a sit around, do nothing, and yeehaw, it happens. It's not, I'm going to show you. You got to still show up. Be no different if I came to learn from you. You know what I mean? So we'll show it to you. We'll be straight up with you. We'll have a good time. We coach you for life. When you get with us, you get lifetime access to me and the team, forever training. You get lifetime access to our group. You can meet and talk with anybody. You get all of our products that come out after that. you're my homie once you're my homie anyway, right? But like when you pay me to help you, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to provide backup for life. So anyhow, kind of late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm losing my voice a little bit. I'll show you anything you need to see. Got all the proof you need to see. I'll show you whatever. Just schedule a call. Use the thing. Okay? You got to be willing to invest in the growth of your business. It's not free. I'm not free. Okay? But I will help you, and I guarantee my stuff. So you got to have money. You got to be motivated. You got to have, a business already. You got to care. You got to want to show up. You got to want to actually grow something. You got to be coachable. And you got to just want to win. It's not for losers. It's not for quitters. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Oh, shocking. So schedule a call. Look forward to talking to you. Fill out a little bit of information. I'll help you. We'll find out. You'll leave that call regardless, knowing who your avatar is, who your person is. You'll know what to offer. Okay? You'll know the process and the strategy that we use or that would work best with yours. And then I'll give you the prices of everything. There's different options. So it really depends on where you're at. I'm not it's kind of like a doctor. They got to kind of take your pulse and see what's up. If, they don't just hand you the medicine, they got to kind of check you out, So I got to do that too. And you need to do that with me. Make sure that you want to hang out with me. Let me help you. And then, if it's good on your end, my end, then we'll do business. If not, we'll leave as friends. I'll still be popping out stuff to help you. So anyhow, thank you. And I look forward to talking to you. And I look forward for you being one of our other success stories. It'd be pretty sweet. So talk to you later.